Last week marked a busy turn in the calendar as we've officially arrived at crossover season again, and spring sports have entered the chat with baseball in full swing, and yes, pun entirely intended.
Preview.
I'm Dominic Liacani, and you're watching the Parkside Press Pass, powered by El Camino Kitchen. We begin this week on the hardwood with women's basketball as the Rangers split a tough road stretch up in Michigan over the weekend, earning a win on Thursday before running into a top 5 opponent on Saturday. On Thursday night in Grand Rapids against Davenport, Parkside earned a 73-68 road win, leading wire to wire and sealing the game at the free throw line late. The Rangers shot 76% at the stripe and went 11 for 13 in the fourth quarter alone to hold off a late push. Cassidy Arney led a balanced attack with 17 points as 5 Rangers finished in double figures. On Saturday, the Rangers faced number 3 Grand Valley State and could not dig out of an early hole, falling 74-56 in Allendale. Parkside trailed by 23 late in the first half, but responded with a strong third quarter, outscoring the Lakers 19-14. Peyton Nelson led the way with 17 points, while Lily Peterson posted a double-double with 10 rebounds. Parkside now sits at 12-12 overall and 7-9 in GLIAC play, still good for 6th in the league standings. The Rangers return home this week for their final 2 home games of the regular season, hosting Purdue Northwest on Thursday at 5:30 before welcoming Wayne State for Senior Day on Saturday at 1. As for the men, they also went 1-1 over the weekend, earning a road victory on Thursday before then falling to a top 20 opponent on Saturday. On Thursday night in Grand Rapids, Parkside earned a 77-71 victory over Davenport, leaning on the free throw line and controlling the glass down the stretch. Parkside went 26 for 28 at the stripe, including a school record 18 free throws made from Luka Mateski, while Paxton Warden led the way with 25 points. The Rangers also finished plus 13 on the glass to secure just their second road win of the season. On Saturday in Allendale, Parkside stayed with number 19 Grand Valley for a half before the Lakers pulled away after the break, handing the Rangers a 73-57 loss. Parkside trailed by just 1 at the halftime break, but was outscored 41-26 in the second 20 minutes, as Grand Valley turned turnovers into transition points. Warden led the Rangers once again with 19 points, while Mateski added 12. The Rangers now sit at 11-13 overall and 5-11 in GLIAC play. Like the women, they return home this week for their final 2 home games of the regular season, hosting Purdue Northwest on Thursday at 7:30 before Senior Day against Wayne State on Saturday at 3. Now on to the mat, where the number 6th ranked Parkside Wrestlers closed out the dual season on Saturday against number 13th ranked St. Cloud State for Senior Day. The Rangers fought in what would turn out to be a back-and-forth affair, but would ultimately come up short inside DeSimone Arena, falling 25-15. Parkside did pick up 4 wins on the night, led by Shane Corrigan, Jalen Spooler, Brody Hemauer, and Dejan Johnson. Parkside finishes the dual season 12-4 overall and 7-3 in NSIC action, and now turns its attention to the NCAA Super Region 5 Championships later this month up in Marshall, Minnesota. Now let's head out to the track and field, where both the men's and women's teams turned in big performances in Allendale over the weekend at the GVSU Big Meet. On the women's side of things, the Rangers stacked up NCAA provisionals and school records throughout 2 days of competition. Rachel Blaskowski led the way with a win and an NCAA provisional mark in the long jump, while Essence Burrows also hit the provisional standards in the event. Nayla Taylor added a provisional performance in the high jump, and Abby Steiner reached NCAA Provo in the 5,000 meters. On the track, Anna Snorik continued her record-setting season, breaking her own school record in the 400 meters for the second straight meet, while Danny Reamer set a new Parkside record in the 60-meter hurdles. On the men's side, the Rangers delivered several statement performances at the national level. Doug Martin highlighted the weekend by winning the 800 meters, shattering the school record, and hitting NCAA Provos with the 4th fastest time in D2 so far this year. Martin also helped Parkside hit NCAA Provo in the distance medley relay as the Rangers continue to post big-time numbers across the meet. Simon Dominic and E.J. Johnson both cleared NCAA provisional marks in the high jump, while Ian Libbert advanced to the finals in the 60 meters. Following his standout weekend, Doug Martin was also named the GLIAC Track Athlete of the Week. Both teams now turn their attention to the Parkside Classic this Saturday to wrap up the indoor regular season. And finally, we conclude the week on the diamond as Parkside Baseball opened its 2026 season down in Florida with a 4-game set against St. Leo, going 1-3 over the weekend. The Rangers dropped the first 3 contests of the series, with defensive errors and big innings by St. Leo proving costly. Parkside fell 10-3 in the opener despite 7 hits and multiple extra base hits before the Lions took both games of a Saturday doubleheader, winning 14-4 in Game 1 and edging Parkside 3-1 in Game 2 with a 3-run 6th inning. On Sunday, however, Parkside responded with a 12-10 win to close the series. The Rangers scored in 4 straight innings and used timely extra base hits to flip the game. Nathan Handel delivered a big 2-run double, while Josh Wicker drove in 3, including a 2-run single in the 8th. Chase Perozic picked up the win in relief, and Patrick Mulhern closed the door in the 9th to secure the series finale. The Rangers are on the road this weekend once again, heading to Kirksville, Missouri for a 5-game set with Truman State starting on Friday. To keep up to date with all things Ranger athletics this week, make sure you stop by ParksideRangers.com/coverage. And hey, if you're feeling hungry, make sure you head on over to our friends over at El Camino Kitchen, located off of Highway 41 on 77th Street in Pleasant Prairie. This has been the Parkside Press Pass.